Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, Sean Madden. It's a man.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit.
This is a special presentation of EA Sports from the Coliseum in Oakland. Our tribute to the coach, the John Madden Legacy Game. I'm Brandon Gaudin here to take you through the proceedings. And coming up, we're going to tell the story of a man who was truly larger than life and whose impact on the sport of football, certainly it's going to live on for decades and decades to come. Now, we've assembled a couple of rosters featuring some of Coach's favorite players from both yesterday and today. And Coach himself will be on the sidelines for both squads, try to motivate his guys to victory. And I'm joined now by my good friend Charles Davis. CD, your thoughts on John Madden and what he meant to the sport he loved so much?
For me, Brandon, it's the word joy. He brought that to the game of football, brought the game to so many people. He stayed involved his entire life.
I got to skip that. That took too long. Yeah, I ain't played Madden in a little minute now.
Time for old times. What do you say we play some football as we are underway?
Oh, hey, hold on. Okay, change
from Oakland in the John Madden Legacy Game.
Oh!
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Oh my good. Bro, do 4 receivers? 3 receivers? This game finna be too easy, man.
So it's the NFC stars who will get the ball first. And Charles, as we alluded to, we've got a different era of coach on each sideline. So the man coaching this NFC squad, we'll call him Young John Madden. This is a coach who was trying to establish a foothold in the NFL and on the cusp of doing it very successfully.
Yeah, you think back to that period, those early days as the coach of the Raiders, the late 60s in the AFL, and then in the NFL in the early 70s. Coach was a guy who was ahead of his time. The Raiders were one of the first teams to have mini camps, one of the first to film practice, because he wanted to practice coaching as much as he could. And his teams, right from the start of his head coaching tenure.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So as we mentioned at the top, let's take you through the life of John Madden. And, you know, it's very fitting that we're here back in the Bay Area, not just because John's so associated with Raider football, but also because this was where he spent his formative years.
Yeah, he grew up over Daly City with his buddy John Robinson, who would also become an NFL head coach. He played his high school ball at Jefferson High, eventually wound up playing tackle at the University of Oregon, and later Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Played well enough that in 1958, he was a 21st round draft pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, the draft had 30 rounds then.
Sanders on first down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. But Charles, you mentioned Coach was a 21st-round draft pick back in 1958, was the Philadelphia Eagles who selected him. But unfortunately for John, knee problems, they just continued to dog him. He was hurt in his first training camp, actually never saw the field as a player in the NFL, but it was still during his time with the Eagles. You and I were talking about this before going on air, that you could start to see the light bulb going on for what his career path might entail.
And it went on in a big way, didn't it? Because while he was rehabbing his knee, he started to spend a lot of time breaking down film with the Eagles with quarterback Norm Van Brocklin, the future Hall of Famer and future head coach in the NFL. Remember, Norm Van Brocklin coached with the Falcons, he coached with the Vikings. And it was there during that time, I think Coach Madden realized his love of football and love for teaching, combining all that together,
I'm a little rusty.
and that meant being a football coach. So in 1960, began his coaching career at a small college south of San Luis Obispo called Allen Hancock, and then later at San Diego State University under another legendary coach, the guy who could throw it around pretty well, Don Coryell.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Favre. Got his target, Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Oh, my.
Charles, you know, it was in the early 1960s that a young John Madden made the acquaintance of the owner of the Oakland Raiders, one Al Davis, of course. And the two, they really bonded, would become one of the best owners.
Oh, yeah.
And he is in. Touchdown, NFC. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the NFC takes it all the way down the field to score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
I can't show y'all my playbook. I'm just click random stuff right now.
So, Charles, as mentioned, we've got another Coach Madden over here on the AFC sideline. Of course, his Raiders, members of the AFC West.
Right.
So this is a conference he battled in for his entire career. And you think about the landscape in the NFL as he was getting into the back half of his tenure. It was a golden era for coaches. You had Don Shula, Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, Bud Grant. But it was John Madden who had the best winning percentage of them all, CD. 759, the best ever.
Brandon, it's hard to believe he could be so successful in the conference with all those great teams. The Steelers won 4 Super Bowls. The Dolphins won 2 and were a mainstay in the playoffs. The Colts were tough. The Broncos came on late and went to a Super Bowl themselves. But against Hall of Fame coaches, John Madden's record, 36, 16, and 2. That's pretty incredible. His Raiders were a factor each and every year.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On play action, now Brady. That's complete to the fullback, Ricardo. Worked it across midfield inside the 45. Charles, you talked about John Madden and the Raiders going on a ride. Try these numbers on for size. 10 seasons as a head coach. The Raiders won their division 7 times. They finished second the other 3 times. And he became the youngest coach to amass 100 career regular season victories and is still, to this day, the franchise leader in wins.
And when you think about it, that's where that rivalry with Kansas City really took root. As did the expression commitment to excellence. And boy, was it personified by the players who played for Coach Madden. On offense, how about quarterback Kenny Stabler, wide receiver Cliff Branch, wide receiver Fred Biletnikoff, tight end Dave Casper, to name a few. How about those great linemen he had? Center Jim Otto, guard Gene Upshaw, tackle Art Shell, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And guys on the defensive side of the ball, the Mad Stork himself, Ted Hendricks, Willie Brown, John Matuzak, Otis Sistrunk, and Big Ben Davidson. So many great players, so many great memories.
Charles, you think about all the success that John Madden had as an NFL head coach, and he had plenty, and we talked about it, including the 10 straight winning seasons, a Super Bowl title. But like any great coach, he also suffered through a few tough losses along the way as well.
And Brandon, those tough losses came in high-stakes games because they always had such great success. Think about it this way. 6 times in his 10 years, the Raiders were knocked out near the AFL championship game or the AFC championship game. There might be a divisional round exit. That's the one that bothered him most of all. Three River Stadium, December 1972. Yes, the Immaculate Reception game. Franco Harris grabbing the ball that was deflected. Almost at his shoe tops, he picked it up and took it in for a game-winning score to give the Steelers a 13-7 victory. And Hardman, anyone who loves black and silver, still doesn't believe that ball hit anyone in black and silver that day, and that play should never have counted.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On the toss, here's Allen.
All the way from the other side of the field, boy, stop playing with me. I read that.
Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Need something from deep. In the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Brady to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he gets it down.
I gotta go clip. Go ahead and kick that field goal, dog.
He's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. On 1st down, Favre. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown! Jerry Rice, 71 yards. And the NFC strikes quickly for 6.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
They'll try and run it here. And that's why you put a Hall of Famer back there. He's in for 2 points. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away.
Get it out. For what?
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Now the AFC making their way out is one of Coach's favorites, another local guy, Tom Brady, who will be at the controls. And boy, Coach always admired the way number 12 could run an offense, and especially his ability to stay calm under pressure.
Tom Brady is a guy who's always looking downfield. He never looks at the rush. He hangs in the pocket, and he makes a throw.
You coming around here?
He's a cool guy.
Oh.
He's a tough guy.
Hold on.
Let me tell you, there's no one calmer in the pocket than Tom Brady.
And I know that Coach has a great appreciation for Tom Brady. He took 35 back on August 3rd because Coach coached a guy like him in George Blanda, who played a long time.
Well, coming up in the second half, we'll run through John's post-coaching triumphs. But for now, we present a very special tribute to the man of the hour, narrated by Trey Mosley. The AFC going to get the football first here as we are
beating y'all 15-3.
Oakland in the John Madden Legacy game. Dante Hall going to bring it out of the end zone.
I don't like this angle, though.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense for the AFC set to go now. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback in this half.
So now, Charles, to pick up the story we've been telling, John Madden at 42, he just completed a 10-year stint as the coach of the Raiders. He wants to step away a bit from the grind of coaching, but he doesn't want to step away from the game of football. So he ends up signing on with CBS in 1979 to try his hand at broadcasting. And much like his coaching career, he was pretty much an instant success.
We ain't going to talk about that, dude.
He really connected
we're going to let that stay in the past, man.
People may not remember.
That's
he wasn't even on the number one team in the beginning. He worked his way up. But the same things that made him a great coach made him a great broadcaster. The ability to show the big picture, yet break it down into the details. That's what he did with his teams. That's what he did with the people. That way, he was simple to understand, yet insightful for viewers. And he did with that big personality that he had, one that connected with everyone.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Put it where it goes.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Brady on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. So for Coach Madden, Charles, by 1981, his broadcasting career is really taking off. He's elevated to the network's #1 booth that calls all the big matchups. And he gets the plum assignment of calling Super Bowl 16, 49ers and Bengals, and he's teamed up with Pat Summerall. And that pairing ultimately would go on to be one of the most influential in sports broadcasting history.
Influential not just in us listening to them. Remember, they went on and called 8 Super Bowls together. But how they put together kind of the template that all of us broadcasters follow now. Sitting down with the head coaches and the quarterbacks and the stars of each team before a ball game to get extra information. And the way that those two paired together, Pat Summerall, short, concise, to the point, and turned it over to Coach Madden to fill in all the big details.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. As you mentioned, CD, talking about John Madden, the broadcaster, he called 8 Super Bowls with Pat Summerall, 3 more with Al Michaels later in his career. He spent nearly 3 decades in the booth all told. And not only was he beloved for his mannerisms, we know that, but he was an innovator as well.
Yeah, Brandon, you're talking about things like the telestrator, which totally became identified with him, and now it's a staple for all analysts to have in the booth. And then you think about things like turducken on Thanksgiving, when he used words like boom and pow. He helped create the old Madden team. He was a very popular commercial pitch man. And even the Madden Cruiser was unique, and you had to be someone to get a ride on it, too.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On the draw, here's Allen. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. So 2 minutes to play in the John Madden legacy game. The NFC trying to finish this one off. We're back to Oakland after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Brady. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. It's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. looks like he'll throw here. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Favre. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught.
Randy Moss, do your thing. Do your thing, Randy.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum.
Should have been doing that.
So
what am I doing?
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
They'll try and throw for it.
Man,
to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Ah, that's true. You've said that before. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Now, CD, we did get a little ahead of ourselves talking about John Madden, the broadcaster in the 90s and 2000s, because there was another product during that time period that he became quite famous for, and it's something that you and I know a little bit about, and that's the video game that bears his name. Originally John Madden Football when it was first released back in the late 1980s, and now known the world over simply as Madden.
And Coach saw this originally as a way to teach the game of football. The early designs were for a 7-on-7 game, but he said no chance. He would not sign off on it. He wanted to be as realistic as possible. He told him, call me when it's 11-on-11, and he got his wish.
Yeah, after that debut, Madden the video game continued to pick up steam through the 90s in a big way, and John himself, many will remember, was a commentator for the series for many years. And now here we are in the 2020s, and this game has sold somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 million copies.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So we're back to a one-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And this is going to be secured by the NFC, and they are going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Favre. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
I ain't gonna tell you. I do know it for real. Let's see. The name Cooper Kupp.
1st and 10, it's Favre. That's Samuel, caught left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So it's a win here for the NFC. Just an incredible afternoon of football and remembering the life of John Madden. And before we go, one final message. And for all of us at EA Sports, this one's for you, Coach.
I ain't gonna lie, that Jones. Look at that nigga, Rave. Look at that nigga. Look, who is that?
Time to decide how you're gonna make your Madden NFL 23 debut. You could put yourself back on the game's biggest stage and raise that Lombardi in Super Bowl 56.
What do you want to do first? Play now? Replay the Super Bowl, the Rams versus the Bengals?
Become coach once again and captain a team of legends and stars to victory in the John Madden Legacy game. Feeling a little rusty on them sticks? Head on over to the main menu and see. Become coach. Head back to the brightest lights of them all and take the field in Super Bowl 56. Become coach once again and captain a team of legends and stars to victory.
You gotta have confidence. The next level is legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The wrong cause, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got a war. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The 4th bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me.
Man, I'm a little rusty, man. You said what? I'm a little rusty. Get online. I don't know how to play it. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge. I don't know how to get online. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did an AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Oh, this junk ain't got no superstar KO. Remember me. You seen them making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. What's up, y'all? This is DJ Trey Mo, and welcome to Superstar KO. Alright, let's get it in. Wanna play by yourself? Hit 1v1. You and a buddy? Hit 2v2. Or if you really trying to squad up, hit that 3v3, and let's get it poppin'. I ain't gonna lie, Monty, I'm too broke to get you mad in, bro. Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me. Yeah. What? Boss. Yeah. DJ Drama. Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taking the dash on wood. Pain is the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Side through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck, and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner and nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo bagging, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years, the vision is mine alone, just me, myself, no peers. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been taking the dash all wood. Then payment, the back end good. Got sense, but the act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably feed the clothes for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Stafford. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they have the...
I still got it. I got to call this nigga. Oh, my goodness.
Set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown. And your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging.
Nigga, I still got it.
So they'll come up first in 10.
Oh, my. I still got it, man. Boy, ain't no way.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Touchdown.
Open man downfield is Hill.
Too easy.
Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
He could have been downloading that junk now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game.
He got that one.
But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, go ahead and quit.
Defenders had intercepted.
Go ahead and quit. Go ahead and quit. Go ahead and quit.
Oh my goodness. Much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time
Duke, tell him go ahead and quit, bro. Ain't even no much need for me to keep playing this dude. He's wasting my time.
On the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
He's wasting my time, bro. He wasting my time.
They'll run here.
Oh yeah, he wasting my time. Oh, he wasting my time. Oh, he wasting my time.
Inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's Mostert. And he will take it in.
I still got it. I don't know what I was talking about.
Raheem Mostert.
I still got it.
A 3-yard touchdown.
13-0. Come on now.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point.
Come on, I'm not stopping. I ain't pushing no brakes. All gas, no brakes.
Quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Howell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week?
Let me get one more pick. I'm going to close out for you. I'm going to close out.
Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
Oh, he lucky I was slow. Oh,
incomplete.
Yeah, nigga's so dumb out here.
Open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Throw something quick. Oh, no, he ain't. Pick City! Pick City!
Charles are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
He's killing him. I'm sending Tyreek Hill straight down the middle. He's killing him.
On first down. They're going deep for Hill.
I don't respect him. I don't care.
Incomplete.
I don't respect that nigga.
Very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Go ahead and quit, bro. I'm tired of playing this. Let me explore the game.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. Dancing to his left. And he is not going to get the first. Remember, it was only first down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I ain't even doing that. I'm going to just run the clock out. I'm going to try to make him quit.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Going to the air. Tagovailoa on the screen. This is Edmonds. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On a jet sweep, here comes Waddle.
Man, that fat nigga tripped me up.
3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's
he got good defense.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
dumb
let's
nigga.
Get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford.
Come here. Come here.
4th time tonight. It's an interception. Picked up by Javon Holland.
Oh, my goodness.
Brings it back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator,
can you do anything to slow this down? I control the defense.
My guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple.
I control
2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Yeah, my voice sounds weird on this mic.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
Oh!
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
All right, this is going to throw him off right here. Who's going to go back to the outside, run back to back?
13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Who's going to do it? Who's going to go back to the outside, run back to back? Who go to the outside, run back to back? Come on now.
Tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now we're going down the middle.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Come on, give me an A.
Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
I like how he ran that thing just now, so I'm going to try to do it again.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I like how he did that.
So in a baseball game,
wouldn't that wreak havoc on your
scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all
I'm going to send them back in there.
Now,
I'm going to throw in the bed. I'm going to get
whatever cliche you want to bring into it. They're locked into a
groove.
They're clicking on all cylinders.
I'm in there. I'm in there.
They're piling up the points.
I ain't got no
just a short gain that time.
I ain't even much got it, bro. I ain't even much got it. I ain't much gonna tell you no lie, bro. I ain't
put the pedal to the metal here. They're gonna try an onside kick.
Look at that ball back.
And did the Dolphins get it? Yes.
All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes.
They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we have full control of this game.
You already trying to build sweat. Man, you just garbage, nigga.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Wow, 3 niggas on 1 receiver now. That's crazy.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Should have left his defense how it was. I got Madden IQ, nigga. Look how many people you got in the box. Look how many people you got in the box, Goofy. You dummy. Look how many people you got in the box. Get them niggas out the box, nigga. I play Madden, nigga.
Touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead.
Ain't nothing wrong with that nigga internet. Ain't nothing wrong with that nigga internet. Come on now.
He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that.
Chad.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got a no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage? where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna, the 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Cause nobody really cares. Cause nobody really cares. Cause nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
My God, oh God, this is son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend. I just need some little old peace of mind.
What up? Hey, I'm in the stream.